Yes guys, you read that title right. In today's video we're doing our biggest Fender Masterbuilt shootout yet. The total cost of these three Stratocasters is just over £20,000. So today's video is going to be an interesting one. So without further ado, let's get straight into this Squealing Pig Guitars episode. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury drum machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley and today we have an ultimate Fender Masterbuilt shootout where we're going to be comparing three very different Fender Masterbuilt Strats. Each one of these Stratocasters costs over £7,000, adding up to a grand total of £20,000. They're not cheap by any means. They're all made by different master builders. We have Dale Wilson, Carl McMillin, and we also have Jason Smith. They're also based on different specs. So one is a 60s one is a kind of modified 60s, and one is a 56. Today's comparison isn't going to be an A-B comparison. It's going to be basically finding the best Stratocaster for me, the one that I think makes me play the best. I'll be rating each guitar as I go, but make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you think of these Stratocasters. But before we get into this comparison today, make sure to leave a like on this video if you like shootout videos. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into the first guitar. So guitar number one is this beautiful Fender Masterbuilt Jason Smith 63 reissue Stratocaster. And as you can see, it looks just like John Frusciante's Stratocaster. You've got a three-tone sunburst, a lot of aging in this area here, looking a little bit like the John Mayer black one. We have a nice veneer rosewood board on this one, and this is a very nice example of a 60s Stratocaster. In today's video, the whole purpose of shooting out all of these amazing Stratocasters is to find one that I like. And so in today's video, at the end, I'm going to be revealing the winner of today's episode, in my opinion, but I'd also like you to comment down below as well. As we are demoing three guitars today, I'm not going to go over the specs in too much detail, as it's more about the playability and feel, but I will briefly just go over the specs now of this guitar. So obviously you have an older body on this one. We've got an oval C neck, maple neck construction with a rosewood fingerboard, clay dots, and we've got 60s voice pickups. So I've just plugged in guitar number one, the Jason Smith, into the 2-Rock Bloomfield drive. As you can see, I'm using the 2-Rock Bloomfield drive on the lead gain channel on EQ2, and I'm using an Audio Technica microphone to pick it all up. Let's just play on that neck pickup and see what we've got. Let's add a little bit more reverb to that sound. This guitar sounds incredible. I'm playing the volume around 7, so it's still got a little bit more gain it can produce on the solos, but it's got a really nice kind of unfinished neck. Obviously it's all been rubbed down. Really nice kind of exposed guitar, so it feels very, natural to play. It probably could do a bit of a restring, but obviously we won't hold that against it. It's a great sounding Stratocaster. Obviously looking very similar to John Frusciante's Stratocaster, so we better do some Chili Peppers. Okay, so let's hear position 4 now, which is the neck and the middle. Middle position. As you can hear, it's got really nice dynamic range, especially when you're using the fingers. It's got a really nice kind of quacky tone to it. Let's hear the middle and the bridge. Bridge pickup. So that is the first guitar, the Jason Smith 63 reissue Stratocaster. It's going to get a 7 out of 10 from me. So let's go to guitar number 2. So guitar number 2, folks, we've got a Dale Wilson Fiesta Red 56 reissue Stratocaster, and I have to say, visually speaking, this looks incredible. Looking just like Mark Knopfler's Stratocaster. I love the maple board and obviously maple neck with the walnut skunk stripe. It's got a really nice pronounced V neck on this one, so I'm excited to play this. Obviously it's a 50s Strat, so you have a single ply guard and that beautiful relic all over this instrument. As I mentioned previously, if you'd like to see the full specifications of this guitar, then make sure to go down below into the description where there'll be a link for this guitar. So let's hear it. Neck pickup. First off, it's a lot more slinky than the other one, and it has a little bit more of a honest tone going into the amp. I'm liking it. Definitely a little bit cleaner, but still got a really nice tone. Probably a lot better for this. So far, I'm really enjoying this Stratocaster. I prefer the neck shape and the sound, but let me know in the comment section below, do you prefer the tone? Let me know. Next position now, let's hear it. Middle position. In my opinion, for the pick stuff, this guitar sounds a bit better to me. It's a little more subtle and it has a bit more dynamic range in the pickups. Whereas for fingerstyle stuff, I actually prefer the 60s one, as there's a little bit more natural compression, which makes it a little bit more consistent. Whereas this guitar, I think, sounded a little bit too slinky for that. But let's see how it deals with Mark Knopfler riffs. Lovely stuff, really enjoyed that. Finally, let's hear the bridge pickup. So, I did prefer the 60s Strat on the cart stop riff, but for more of the blues style and a little bit cleaner styles, I definitely prefer this guitar. I have to say, overall though, I prefer the way that this guitar feels. So for guitar number 2, the Del Wilson, I'm going to give it an 8.2 out of 10. Let me know what you think down below. So it's time for guitar number 3, and this is a Carl McMillin Masterbuilt Stratocaster. As you can see, it's probably the most unorthodox out of all of them that we've had so far. It's a 60s guitar with a tortoiseshell guard with this kind of aged Olympic white finish, but we have an HSS configuration on this one. We've got a Seymour Duncan in the bridge and 2 single coils. As I mentioned, if you do want the specs of this one, go down below where you can see all the specs from the guitars in today's episode, but it is a hardtail as well, which is quite a custom feature. This for me is kind of what embodies a Masterbuilt guitar. It should be something a little bit different. Something you can't pick up from the regular custom shop or something from the USA line. This is truly unique and I really like that. My only thing I don't like visually about this guitar is the glistening white controls. I don't really know why on an aged guitar you would have bright white controls. Doesn't really make much sense. But the rest of this guitar I absolutely love. The rosewood board, the bird's eye neck, the hardtail, the relic. I think it looks insane. I think it's just the plastics that let it down a little bit. Maybe they could put parchment colours or something on there. But anyways, let's plug it into the 2-watt Bloomfield Drive and see how she sounds. So let's get started. So far, I love this neck carve. It's kind of in between the two that I've already played. It's thicker than the 60s one, but it's slightly slimmer than the 56. This guitar has a lot more output coming out of it. It's probably because the pickups are sitting slightly higher, and as a result of that higher output, you're getting a little bit more compression, but that actually kind of helps my style a little bit, so I'm really enjoying playing this so far. Let's switch to a clean channel and just hear that middle pickup. That sounds amazing. Really nice balanced middle pickup. Not too much treble, not too much bass. Right where it should be, in my opinion. That sounds great. Okay, so let's hear the middle and bridge now. Finally, let's hear the bridge pickup. Of course, got a humbucker in this, so it's going to be a bit more overdriven than the rest of them. What's great about this guitar is that you can tune down and there's no problems with the springs in the back of the tremolo. Let's hear guitar is truly insane. Not only does it have really nice strat tones on the neck and the middle, but this bridge pickup really makes it a very versatile instrument, more than the Stratocaster, and I love the hardtail. Makes it so much easier to play, in my opinion, when you have a hardtail. You can keep it in tune better, and it doesn't matter when you do a lot of bending. And of course, you can do metal like I just did. This guitar is definitely the winner of today's episode, getting a 9.2 out of 10. But anyways, guys, there's my ratings of all these guitars, so let's go to the outro of this video where I give you some final thoughts. So guys, that is the end of this ultimate Fender Masterbuilt Shootout. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And most importantly, let me know in the comment section below which was your favourite Strat from today's episode. Mine has to be guitar number 3, which is the McMillin Stratocaster. For me, that was the ultimate Stratocaster. It had every tone that I'd want, the neck felt amazing, and I really like the visuals of it. The only thing that lets it down are the white plastics. I hate them things, I'd replace them personally. The other two Stratocasters played really nicely as well. Second place would be given to the 56 Fiesta Red one. That had a really nice playability, very slinky, but a little bit cleaner than a 60s Strat. And coming third was the one that looks like the John Frusciante one, the Jason Smith. For me, that guitar has a lot of potential. It probably is the most aesthetically pleasing out of the bunch, but for me, it just didn't have the right tone. I don't know if it's the pickups or if it needed something doing to it, but for me, that just didn't feel like the best Strat in my opinion. But guys, that is my opinion today. I really hope you've enjoyed this Fender Masterbuilt Shootout. Of course, let me know in the comment section below if you disagree with me or if you agree with me. Either one is completely fine, as I love chatting to you guys in the comment section below. But as always, guys, thank you so much for checking into this Squealing Pig Guitars video, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.